3 years of the COVID-19 pandemic has taught us the importance of staying at home when sick to protect public health. District leaders recently updated its policies in the high school handbook to encourage this practice while also emphasizing the values of consistent school attendance. This delicate balance has sparked debate among school committee members, with some questioning the effectiveness of the new policies. Here's municipal producer Yuxiao Yuan with the details.
The main concern centers on how the policy addresses illness-related absences. While the proposal allows up to 5 absences per term with parental communication to the school, students will lose 1 credit for every 6 absences unless they provide a note from a medical provider.
To ask parents and our medical system to provide these notes, which require a visit, which requires insurance, there's just so much that's embedded in that is unrealistic. I'm not sure if that's our goal, to help kids stay home when they're sick, that we're there.
Needham High School Principal Aaron Seacott explained students can earn their credits back later. He also mentioned, in reality, losing a few credits does not affect students negatively.
We require students to graduate with 92 credits in order to graduate. Most of our students graduate with numbers in the low 100s, at least high 90s. So losing a credit along the way, even if they've had a tough quarter health-wise or other things they're dealing with in life, and they lose a credit or 2, that doesn't impact their graduation path, doesn't impact their experience at Needham High School, it doesn't impact their transcript. Their progress through Needham High and post-Needham High is exactly the same as if they had not lost credit. So we've designed this to be a policy that recognizes that being in school is important and incentivizing that is important, that there should be some consequences when you've missed, and those consequences should not be life path altering. And there should be an opportunity to work your way away from those consequences.
Besides medical notes, excused absences that do not lead to credit loss include bereavement, college visits up to 3 days, and religious holidays.
A parent can write a note right now to the high school saying, I'm going on a college trip, and I'm going to take my student for 2 days. That is an excused absence. If a parent writes a note to the high school because their kid has a fever and they're not going to go to the pediatrician, that is unexcused. So for me, these two things, I'm trying to reconcile.
Committee member Spangler also pointed out the policy could disproportionately affect certain groups of students, potentially leading to inequality. He cited data from the school administration showing low-income, special education, and Hispanic students experience higher levels of chronic absenteeism compared to their peers, defined as 18 or more days absent in a school year.
The highest percent, we have 1 out of 3 of our low-income kids are chronic absentee. And so I worry, and I would like to just understand with all of our great equity work around this and the impact that is potentially disproportionate.
Superintendent Dan Gudekans noted the district is working to address chronic absenteeism, which is not primarily a consequence of the attendance policy.
I think we need to take a deeper dive into that throughout the district, not just the high school. It's related to an attendance policy, but they're not connected otherwise. And so it is worth certainly more conversation.
At the school committee meeting on May 21st, Spangler moved to postpone the vote on attendance policy section of the handbook to address the raised issues. He also suggested adding more language to align the document with current school practices, such as the various efforts staff members make to help students regain lost credits.
The counselors and the APs are incredibly creative and wonderful and supportive when this happens. You don't get that sense from this policy the way it's written. What used to be written is that when you approach a certain threshold, you have a meeting, the AP, we have a conversation, a plan is written for engagement. That's not in this policy.
The motion received 3 votes in favor and 4 against.
I think we have gotten to the point where we have I feel we have what we need, and I think we should vote the policy or vote it down if people wish to do that, and then move on. We will come back, and we can come back if we want to revisit pieces of it.
The school committee approved the handbook with the understanding that the superintendent will report back on potential language improvements in the future meeting. For Needham Channel News, I'm Yuxiao Yuan.